A while back I used to do primarily agates and jaspers rather than opal, and I happened to acquire this 43-pound specimen of Mexican Crazy Lace Agate. At first I was going to cut it up, maybe make a sphere out of it, polish slabs. I wasn't sure, but then I decided that the best way to do this specimen would be to hole polish it, put it in a tumbler, and polish it. I was concerned in polishing it, though, because it has these beautiful botryoidal or rounded structures, grape-like structures on the surface, and I didn't know how I would protect those from being ground flat, which would happen in a tumbler. So, not knowing anything about it, I decided to put some hot glue on the botryoidal patterns and just cover them, keep them from being ground away by the grit. I did that mostly for the coarse grit, but afterwards I removed the hot glue and continued. Well, here's the specimen ready to go into the tumbler. There it is, sitting next to the tumbler barrel. You can see the areas I've covered with hot glue. This is a Diamond Pacific. It's a 65 quart tumbler. At this point it was brand new. First thing that I do is put in ceramic pellets. They act as filler, and they carry the grit to make sure that all areas are ground properly. Then here I've added water and the grit, and I'm ready to tumble. So I put the rubber gasket on the top, and then placed it into the tumbler, and with a little footwork I managed to get it up there and start rolling. After 8 weeks total, 1 week with each of 6 different grits and some for a little bit more than that, this is how the specimen looked. It revealed the beautiful colors of this particular specimen. Now, I'm not saying Mexican Crazy Lace Agate is the most beautiful agate in the world. It's probably one of the most beautiful for sure, but this particular specimen has a lot of yellow along with bright red, dark red, and white, and the overall look of this thing is striking. It's really beautiful. I was very happy that I was able to preserve these botryoidal patterns. You can see I got a little bit too deep on those ones at the top, but elsewhere they were preserved pretty well. It's a really striking specimen, and I thought that everybody would want to see such a beautiful piece of stone, not just opal lovers necessarily. These thin lines of agate, it's really a really very beautiful specimen. Some areas lighter than others, different darker patterns, but once again the botryoidal patterns came out great, and given the overall intense color of this specimen, this is one of my favorite areas. Beautiful colors, stripes, that little hole. I'd like to crawl into it if I'd fit. Here's the final specimen as it has been sitting for the past 12 years or so. I've been asked how much this weighed when I first got it, and my recollection is 35 pounds, but it weighs 43 pounds now, so I doubt that that's right. I appreciate all the support you all have given me, and I'll see you next time.